Good morning, YouTube. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do a short video here on how to make coffee with a percolator. This is a stovetop percolator. And I use it every day. And there's a few rules to coffee pots. Rule number one, you want your coffee to taste good? You don't wash your coffee pot with soap and water. You rinse it out, that's it. But I don't like, well, I have a gas stove just in case electricity goes out. Electricity goes out around here pretty frequently. Storms, etc., etc. Sometimes it can just go out because, well, somebody run over a light pole. You know how it is. You live in the country, you know how it is. All right, now I'm rinsing out my coffee pot. It's Sunday morning. The inside of your coffee pot should look like this. When I bought this thing, it was probably 40 years old. I don't know. It's a Corning coffee pot, Corningware coffee pot. It's 9 cups. It works just like it was brand new. I was sitting in my car talking to the lady at the antique store here in town. I know her real well, so I was just visiting. I wasn't planning on shopping, and I looked up, and on a little small table in the front of her shop, there at coffee pot set. And I said, "Hey, Tim." That's her nickname. Her real name is Billy West. Billy West Antiques in Roasting, Texas. So I asked her, I said, "How much you want for a coffee pot?" She says, "Oh, I want $30 for it, but for you, I'll give it to you for $25. Well, I'm a big sucker for that because I know she probably tells that to everybody, but she and I have been friends for probably over 40 years. So, okay, I got too much water. I got a little over 9 cups of water in there. There we go, that's better. Now, you want to make sure that your water level is not over the bottom of this basket. You drop that down in there. I like my coffee strong, so I put in 1, 2, 3. It's probably where you want to leave off right there. 3, 4, 5. Now this is not any special coffee. This is some I think I bought at Sam's about 6 months ago. It's about time for me to do a change. This is donut shop coffee. So that was 5 scoops. The last week, it's been a while since I made coffee, so about 3 weeks ago I started drinking coffee again. I don't usually drink coffee during the summertime. And I made some, and it was 6. I used 6 scoops, and that was just a little bit too strong for my taste. Wasn't too strong for my caffeine levels, but it was too strong for my taste. So I'm gonna cut it back to 5 scoops today. And then, since I just pulled this water out of the spigot, and it's not purified water or anything else, I'm gonna go put it on the stove for 27 minutes. Usually what you want it to do is you want it to perk for about 10 minutes or so. So you'll figure it out. This is the best coffee you'll ever drink, made with a percolator. What it does is it pulls the water, the boiling water, makes it pressurized. It pressurizes it. It comes up through the tube in the top of the basket and goes down into the basket. It drains down, and it's a continuous flow. Okay, for one thing, your water is actually boiled, so that takes away any bacteria in the water. I have problems with bacteria, and to keep from having to use my water that I've already boiled for my cooking and for my tea use and everything else, I just do this. Now, I need water also to make some tea with. So, and I just yesterday made it to the store in time to get tea. Sam's Club started out with a whole pallet of Lipton tea, and that's what I drink, Lipton tea. I'll show you a box of it in a minute, and I won't drink any other tea. I will drink Louisiana. I like Louisiana, but I'm a big Lipton fan. They make the gallon-sized bags, and I make a gallon of tea. So to make my tea, I boil my water for 12 minutes. It takes 14 minutes to bring this pot of water to a boil, and for it to boil for 12 minutes, I just go ahead and I put it on for 27 minutes. So whenever I'm doing this right here, I put my coffee and I put my water on at the same time, and they're ready at the same time. I use the same buzzer. But yes, I'm ready for some coffee this morning, and this pot won't hurry up and fill up. In fact, listen to this running water, I'm gonna have to go use the bathroom before it gets full. But anyway, we get this full, and I'll put this over here on the stove, and I'm gonna move you around where you can actually watch this pot coffee perk. You know, I'm not gonna leave you on there for 20 minutes to watch it perk. But actually, I like things. If you notice, I like doing things the old way. I don't like being trendy or fad-like or anything else. Sure, Keurig would be nice, but you got to clean it. You don't ever know what's inside that little thing. This right here, I can rinse it out if I need to. If I get some funk inside there, I can take and pour 4 cups of vinegar in this thing and put it on the stove with all the internals in it, and put it on there for about 10-15 minutes, and let it do its thing. Park it for 10 or 20 minutes, and when it gets done, it'll be clean. So wow, it's just that easy. I mean, you can do the same thing with a coffee pot. I mean, Mr. Coffee pot. But man, all those little channels and little nooks and crannies, I would want to throw it out every few years. Coffee pots are expensive. Spend $25 on that. That'll last me a lifetime unless I drop it and break it. And then, I'm gonna be going online and finding me another percolator. And yes, you can find them on eBay. You can find them on eBay. Yes, you can find glass ones. You can find ceramic. You can find some mighty fine percolators. And yes, I used to have a glass top, a glass percolator. It was Corningware. Now that made some mighty fine coffee, but it was clean all the time. That's all I needed. To me, if a coffee pot is clean, it's not making good coffee. There was this guy I used to work with. And if you didn't know him, you'd think he was nasty. He had the same old. It was 1970. He had it since he had started to work for the highway department, and he drank out of the same coffee cup every day. He had been there for since about 1977. That was like 30 years. And his coffee cup had never been washed. It was stained. And I walked by one day, and I known him all my life. And I was over there and had to be up in his office and was standing up next to his desk. I was watching him do something on the computer. He was showing me how to do a purchase order or something other on the computer. And I looked down at his coffee cup and I'm like, oh my God, man, you need to wash that coffee cup. Oh no, you'll ruin the flavor. Yeah, you will. You'll ruin the flavor of your coffee cup. Don't ever wash your coffee cup with soap and water and wipe that ring out of it or the stains out of it, because literally it will hamper the taste of your coffee. My tea pitchers, I never wash them with soap and water. Every once in a while I'll run them through the dishwasher. And when I do, it takes weeks to get the taste back in it. It's awful. To me it is. It just makes it taste, I don't know. It just don't taste right. It just don't taste right. So whenever you take your tea pitcher out, your coffee pot out, and you go to clean it, remember, those are the stains. Those are the stains. Rinse it out, get the funk out of it, leave your stain in it, and let it dry naturally, and just continue using it. And you'll have the best flavored tea and coffee that you've ever had. Now, you can take that with a grain of salt if you want to. If you're one of those, that's fine. My tea glass needs to be rinsed off because it's got dribbles coming down the side of it that's undried. Yes, I do freak out over bacteria, germs, and stuff like that. But hot water kills those. It does. And my water is so hot, it'll scald your hands. So let's get this started. And I'm going to bring you over here and let you watch it. We got the 2-gallon pot on the turbo burner on high. And we're gonna put the coffee on medium high. And always point your spout toward the center of the stove, just in case it boils over. You don't want it to go on the floor or down the side of your stove. At least if it goes into the center of your stove, it's where you can reach it to clean it up. All right, I'm gonna set the timer for 27 minutes. That's the magic number. 27 minutes. Brunch. All right, there it is, there it is. Okay, let's let it rest for about 5 minutes and then we'll come back and fix this cup of coffee. How's that sound? Okay, guys, before I go any further, I'm gonna make me a cup of coffee. Oh yes, I am. I'm gonna make me one of these cups of coffee. I like my coffee just the way I like my women. Blonde and sweet. Oh yeah. A little bit of caramel. Forgot I bought this brand new yesterday at my trip to Sam's Club. They're changing so much up at Sam's Club. I don't know if I like it or not. Got all these cold sections that you walk into. They got their milk and their eggs in the cold section. I don't like seeing my eggs refrigerated because my eggs are not refrigerated. There we go. Give me some good caramel coffee this morning. In the meantime, yesterday I could not find the tea. And I was about to flip out because that was one of the reasons I went to Sam's yesterday was to get tea. I was out. I had used the oh man. That's right. Oh, every once in a while you will get grounds, you will get coffee grounds. You gotta learn to deal with them. Anyway, I did manage to find the tea, but there was only 8 of these boxes on the pallet. And I had to get somebody to help me find it. So the guy, he handed me a box of it, and he said, you just need one. Each box has 2 of these in it. So that's 48 gallons of tea per box. For me, during the summertime, you're looking at a gallon a day. So that would get me through a little over, wow, one box would be a little over a month. And I said, no, I need 2 boxes. Two boxes. So now that means I have 96. During the fall and winter, about a gallon of tea a day will make it for me. Now, as you can tell, I recently run this through the dishwasher. It got most of the stain out of it. My tea is not going to taste as good. What a shame, what a shame. So, since I brought you through this whole process, you can just go ahead and see what I'm fixing to do. The handles have cooled off. I take and set the edge of my pot on there. Do not hold this. I fill 1 pitcher all the way full with extremely hot water. And then I take 2 of these bags right here and I put them in that pitcher of hot water. Wow, 2 pitchers and 2 bags of 1 gallon of water. Yeah. Now, I'm going to let that sit for about 8 hours. Yeah, about 8 hours. Most of the time I make my tea at nighttime and I let it sit and steep overnight. And gets all the goodness out of that. Man, that's good coffee. My goodness, that's good coffee. Gets all the goodness out of that bag of tea. And then, as you noticed, I set my pot of boiled water over here. Got the lid on it. It's good clean water. We'll set this over to the side. When I get ready, whenever I finish my pitcher of tea that's in there now, I've got 2 pitchers of tea in there. One of them's about a half drink, and the other one is full. Whenever I get that one pitcher done, I will take it, and I'll bring it over here, and I'll rinse it out. I like sweet tea. I don't like none of this crap that lots of places call sweet tea. You can see through it. You can't taste it, nothing but the sugar. I want my tea to be dark. I want it to be very flavorful. So, whenever that's set for 8 hours, I will take the other pitcher and I'll put it right in the sink, just like I did this in, and I will take and put 2 cups of sugar in it. Remember, you gotta have 2 pitchers. They are gallon pitchers. You need 3 pitchers. You should have 3 pitchers in your arsenal, in your kitchen. You should have 3 tea pitchers in your kitchen. Oh, that's so good. So I'll take my clean pitcher, I'll rinse it out, put 2 cups of sugar in it, and then I'll take and pour the tea, the made tea, squeeze the bags out. I pour that into the pitcher with the sugar, and then I work it back and forth till my sugar is completely mixed. Both pitchers are exactly the same. Then I take and even it up. I get my each pitcher has the exact same amount of tea in it, and then I take and fill it the rest of the way with water. I set it in the refrigerator, and I do not drink any of it until it is cold. I always have a pitcher of cold tea in my refrigerator. I do not eat ice. I do not make ice because the water here is, well, let's face it, it messes with my stomach. So I don't drink the water. Therefore, I don't eat the ice. It's like Mexico. Don't eat the ice. Okay, I don't have water purification systems and stuff like that. I can't afford it. I guess I could get one of those desktop ice makers and make ice. But I don't. I like my drinks cold, and I don't really like ice in it. I don't like ice in it. It waters down stuff. I don't like it. So as long as it's ice cold coming out of the refrigerator, I keep my refrigerator set a little colder than what most people do. It'll be ice cold when it comes out of the refrigerator. There's nothing to hamper me getting a drink. Oh, it's so good. I'll have another cup. And anyway, so my tea is over here making. My coffee's made. And that just about does it. Whenever you go out and buy groceries, it may, the lady said yesterday, my friend said yesterday, she says, oh, you're going to Sam's. It's too expensive to shop at Sam's. No, it's not. I spent $175 yesterday. I got what I needed. There's little things I need to go to the grocery store this morning and get. I'm going to get me some bacon. I'm going to get me some buttermilk. Because I want some buttermilk biscuits. And plus I cook with buttermilk all the time. But $175 at Sam's Club, I got a 6-month supply of toilet paper, paper towels, and well, I got 3 months supply of tea, 90 days worth of tea. But I'm still learning. I'm still learning. If I would have went in there and had plenty of money, I would have bought me a year's supply of tea. You said, oh my goodness, that's hoarding. If I don't have to go to the store and buy it, it's not hoarding. Because the grocery store here in town is so expensive, and then they don't have stuff, that it's just not feasible. So I like to go, I like to have my stuff. I like to have the stuff. And I did pick up a large bag of rice. I usually do that about 3-4 times a year. I don't even eat that much rice. I might eat a gallon bag of rice every 90 days. But I put up probably twice as much every year than I use. So in the future, I'm always going to have rice. And I'm always going to have beans. I'm going to have something to eat. Be prepared. Because the Lord don't promise us tomorrow, but he don't promise us that we're not going to go through hard times before the rapture either.